lot of Easter eggs.
That's it.
So I think a lot of people understand Christmas better than Easter, but actually in Christian Catholic world, Easter is a bigger feast than Christmas. And the week before Easter is actually called Holy Week. And all the Christians community will celebrate the passion, death, and resurrection of Jesus. In this video, I'm not going to talk about is Jesus a real person? Is the Bible an accurate source of history? That will leave to the historians. So Ezekiel, my friend, will be a good source. But actually, you can't find the word Easter in the whole Bible because it's actually come from a Greek word, Pascha. Yeah, some Greek can tell me did I pronounce it correctly. So Pascha means Passover. It's a festival that in the Jewish world you still hear today. It is the festival that they celebrate and commemorate the Passover that they escaped from the 12th plague in Egypt. So for now we can just assume that Jesus is a true person who existed 2000 years ago. Just like how you assume that Homer is a real person who wrote the Iliad about the Trojan War, and even a lot atheists cannot deny the existence of Jesus. I read a very good article on Call to More. Go and check out their website, it's a very good apostolate and my friend initiated. There's an article on the case of resurrection. So the article quoted Ehrman, an American scholar, and he basically cannot deny the existence of Jesus as well. So the question is why the missionaries, the follower of Jesus, would die because of the faith, because of the resurrection, if it hadn't happened at all. But imagine, Christianity built all on one belief, is that Jesus resurrected. St. Paul said, if the resurrection didn't happen, our faith is in vain. For those who think that the resurrection is a myth.
Myths? Give me a break, myths.
So we go into that. Jesus died, was buried, descended into hell, and rose again on the third day. What does that even mean? He conquered death and life is restored. When you're brought up Christian, your family go to mass, often heard that from your priest that Jesus carried our sins, he conquered death, he brought us life. Grace builds on nature, so we can't escape from the death of flesh, but we can escape from the death of pessimistic, nihilistic, despair, lost, broken.
We're pessimistic about humanity, that's for sure. Dismal, wretched, planet-destroying, cancer on the planet.
This is an universal truth. No one wanted to be sad. And Easter is actually a message of hope. And hope in Christian sense is not like optimism. Sometimes on Twitter I saw some people say they are hopeless optimists. That can tell you that a hopeless person can be an optimistic person.
Again, the problem with being optimistic is that it's naive.
Being optimistic is naive. Is there an optimism that is not naive?
And the optimism that's not naive isn't just a visualization of how strong people can be.
How strong human can be? Where is that fortitude from? To see how human can conquer death? How man can conquer death? Cardinal Pell, who was imprisoned for 400 days for a crime that he didn't even commit. Where does that strength come from? Hope is not an empty word of encouragement. You know, these days of quarantine and coronavirus, a lot of people lost their lives, many people lost their jobs, horrible things happen in hospital. Many people would say, yeah, it's gonna be alright in 2 weeks time, all will be fine. It's grand. Yeah, it's grand.
And look, I'm not making light of people's grief. You know, I understand grief. But who do you want to be when there's a crisis? Right? Do you want to be the person that everyone can turn to for strength? It's like, why the hell not? Why not that as a goal?
I'm not trying to reduce the whole Easter message to a message of hope, but rather to question, what is hope? Are you a person of hope?
And in this time of nihilism, you know, it's what's the point of life? People ask, and they're taught that at universities. What's the point of life? Everything's interpretation. Humanity's a cancer on the planet. You know? Well, how about no? How about not that?
A person of hope is counter-culture that countered the existential crisis of services. Or in the case of Cardinal George Pell,
contend with death and suffering, and you have to be ready for it.
The hope transcends the suffering and pain of Stoicism. That's all today. You can still be an atheist or non-believer even though Jesus existed and resurrected. Maybe at the end you still think Avengers is a better story about hope.
Make sure you like, comment, and share.